This may come as a shock to a lot of you guys that are on semen retention, but you guys have to put in the work, man. I had a guy hit me up in my comment section on one of my videos, and he said, "Hey, Shaquille Shalom, I've been on semen retention for 3 months. 3 months. I don't get any women attraction. I don't have the body that I want, and I still feel the same. The only difference is I don't release my semen every day or every other day or whatever the case may be." And I sent this brother a message back and I said, "Bro, listen to me. You have to put in the work for what you want. That body that you're looking for, you're not going to get that body by retaining your seed, man. You have to go to the gym. You have to put in the work, man. You have to work for that body that you want. You understand? Female attraction. How are you going to meet women if you don't leave the house? Yes, I understand you're on semen retention. You've been on semen retention for months and months and months. And even my guys that have been on for weeks, how would you know where your semen retention level attraction is at? Your semen retention attraction level is at if you guys don't go out there and meet people, man. I think a lot of guys feel like when you're on semen retention, you get these superpowers that are supposed to like come overnight just because you're retaining. Now, I will say this: you do get superpowers, but you have to work for those powers. You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to get the body you want just because you're retaining your seed, man. You sitting on the couch every day eating potato chips and stuff like that, drinking pop and just doing all this unhealthy stuff. You're not going to have that body that you want, man. No, because you're not putting the work in, fellas. The whole purpose, well, one of the purposes of being on semen retention is for you to take all of that sexual energy and gear it towards more productive things. That is the whole purpose. One of the purposes of being on semen retention. You guys have to take all of that sexual energy, harness all of that energy that's inside of you that you used to put towards fornicating with all those women, that you used to put towards watching porn and masturbating. Take all that energy and gear that energy towards something productive, towards something that you're passionate about. That is the purpose of semen retention, man. You guys don't know. Like, I had no idea that I love jazz music, man. I just found this out about myself. Jazz music and poetry, man. Jazz music and poetry. I also make beats. So you know what I do now? Instead of me watching pornography on my phone and masturbating, you know what I do now? I make beats. I keep myself busy, man. You understand what I'm saying? I go outside and I meet people. You understand? I got a beautiful woman in my life right now, man. You know, it's like you have to put yourself out there. Like, a woman isn't gonna come knocking at your door just because you want semen retention. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you have to put yourself out there, fellas. You gotta put in the work, man. You gotta put in the work for the results that you want, man. And I think a lot of guys think that like the semen retention benefits or the semen retention superpowers, they just come overnight just because you're retaining, and it don't work like that, man. You know, I had to tell that brother that was in my comment section. I said, "Man, how would you know where your female attraction is at if you're never around females? You always in the house." Because this brother told me he's always in the house, right? So how would you know if a female is attracted to you or not if you're never around any? You know what I'm saying? How in the world can you get that body that you want if you're never in the gym? That sexual energy that you're harnessing, that you haven't released in 3 months, you're supposed to go to the gym and harness that energy at the gym. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of having phone in one hand and Johnson in the other hand, you're supposed to be at the gym with dumbbells in both of those hands, just doing your thing. You understand what I'm saying? You're supposed to be doing your thing, bro. You got to work for what you want. Those results, man, that you guys are looking for, those superpowers that you guys are looking for, they're not going to come knocking at your door, man. They're not going to come to you overnight. No, you got to go out there and you got to put in the work for what you want. That is one thing that I had to learn, unfortunately, the hard way on semen retention, because I was just like a lot of you guys. This is my third streak of semen retention. And when I was on the first time, this is what happened, man. I used to feel like, okay, well, people say I'm supposed to get these superpowers. I'm supposed to get all this magical women attraction and I'm supposed to feel real strong and everything like that. But I was just like that brother that was in my comments. I used to sit in my apartment all the time, and I used to think just because I was retaining my seed, just because I wasn't sleeping with a bunch of women, or just because I wasn't watching porn and masturbating anymore, I used to think I was just supposed to be like Superman or something like that, or like Super Saiyan Goku or something. And it's like it don't work like that, man. What's gonna happen is you guys are gonna be looking for those benefits, and then when you don't get them because you're not putting in the work for those benefits, what's gonna happen is you're gonna relapse, man. What's going to happen is you are going to relapse. You're going to get frustrated and you're going to say, F it. You know what? Since I ain't got them superpowers that everybody been talking about, I'm going to just release. I'm going to just say, F it. I'm going to just give up, and semen retention just ain't for me. That's what's going to happen, man. So keep that in mind, fellas. You guys have to work for the benefits that you want, man. The results that you want for semen retention have to be worked for. You have to make sacrifices, man. You cannot be lazy on the journey of semen retention, man. Another thing that I learned the hard way, you cannot be lazy on this journey. You have to get off your butt. You have to get out there and you got to work for what you want, man. You want that six pack, you got to go to the gym and work for that six pack. You want a lot of women in your life? You want a rotation of women, even though I don't agree with that. Why you want semen retention? But you can do what you want to do. You want a rotation of women? You got to get your butt up out the house and you got to go out there and you got to meet women, fellas. The women ain't gonna come knocking at your door. How they gonna know you want semen retention? You know what I'm saying? So you have to go work for the things that you want. And I tell everybody, man, like the journey of semen retention is not to attract women. It does attract women. I'm gonna be completely honest to you. This is the most women attraction I've ever gotten in my life. Every time I leave the house, a woman is just all in my man. Look, I was at a family get together yesterday, man, and all I'm gonna say is this, man. It was a nice looking lady that was there, and she was giving me the eye the whole time I was there. Like it just seemed like every time I would like look over there to like see if she was looking at me, she was always looking at me. She was always looking at me, man. And then I promise you, like it'll be a couple times where like we'll lock eyes with each other and like hold the stare for a couple seconds. But then it'll be times when I like look over there like this, and I notice that like she'll just like look away. Like soon as I looked at her, she'll look away, man. And she was beautiful, man. Beautiful, chocolate little female. And you know, I just ain't on that type of time right now, man. Like I'm really trying to like focus on me right now. And it's crazy. Like if I was the type of guy that was on semen retention just to attract women, I would have so many women in a rotation right now. I would have so many of them, man. And it is ridiculous. I choose not to deal with a lot of women because that's not why I'm on this journey. I'm on this journey for one, to get closer to the most high God, for one. And for two, I'm on this journey to find out things that about myself that I don't know about. Find out things that I'm passionate about. You understand? Just like I found out that I love smooth jazz. I found out that I love poetry. I love poetry, man. I freaking love poetry so much, man. I'm gonna probably end up being a poet one day. I'm telling you, man. But what I'm saying is, man, semen retention is supposed to bring you closer to the Most High, and semen retention is also gonna help you find yourself. Semen retention is gonna help you figure out things about yourself you had no idea about. The whole purpose of it is to lock in on God and on yourself. That is why you're on semen retention. You're not on semen retention to attract women. If you want to attract women, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Do your thing. Attract women. Attract as many women as you want. But I advise you guys to also attract God, man. You understand what I'm saying? Get on semen retention to be closer to God, man. And figure out things about yourself, man. Attract greatness into your life. Forget about just attracting women, man. Attract things that you deserve, man. Attract greatness. Attract your purpose, man. And let the women come after that, brother. That's all I'm saying, man. But on this journey of semen retention, you have to go out there and work for what you want because it ain't going to come to you. You got to work for it. You got to make sacrifices for it. You got to fight for it. So whatever you want, make sure it's worth it because you're going to have to fight for it. Thank you guys for tapping in with me and watching this video, man. If you haven't already, like the video, hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about the video, and also subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. We're going to keep going and we're going to keep growing every single day. I love you guys, man. Until the next video, shalom, my brothers. Take care. Peace, family.